Dino's daughter, Emily. Carl straight up to the fence and swinging back down. This will be a good race. Some might say a blockbuster. Dino with height and just in front. Carl is okay with this by swinging back. Carl weaving around, making it very hard for Dino to actually know where he is. We're speeding up, being given the bell straight to the sprinter's lane. Hasn't made much commitment to the sprint. Carl looking like he's winding up. Dino's out of the seat. Carl drifted a bit on the bend. Dino's got the gap. Carl's chasing hard. It'll be a hard day for him. Dino's looking good for the win. Hasn't deviated from the sprinter's lane. Carl coming back though. Even straight up to the fence, putting Chris in a tight position. Chris, the bigger of the two, can use his weight to push him down. Though not in contact wise, but in intimidation is always useful. Peanut Gallery is giving Chris a hard time. Chris blocking out all the nonsense and focusing on his race. Stephen looking over the shoulder. He's been training with Carl a little bit over the winter, looking good for his sprinting career. If he can pick at Carl's brain and get more out of him. Fairly close at the moment. Slowing to a walking pace. Chris got height, a little bit back. Could quickly drop under him at this point. Stephen may shut the door on him though. Chris weaving around, giving Stephen a hard time to find where he is on his hip. Being given the bell, no one's committed to a sprint at the moment. Halfway up the track. Still very slow. It's going to be a jump race. Stephen's taken a jump. He's gone down. Chris has responded straight into the sprinter's lane. Stephen's getting a gap on him. Chris is coming back. But Stephen's looking very good coming into the bend. Very fast. Staying on the red line. Chris is chasing hard. Hard for him today. A pile of lead and a very fast person. Taking a leaf from his brother's book by attacking him straight from the start. Put a gap in him. Hasn't really committed to a sprint. No, he hasn't. He's swung up. John's straight back on his hip. Higher than him as well. Still got momentum coming into the bell lap. Callum's gone again. John hasn't. He stays seated. He's having a bit of trouble with his bike. And as some people know that as a John Tucker. Callum's cruised in for his win. Personally, I like weaving as they don't know where you are. Jared keeping a look on him over the shoulder. Not sure where he is, looking over both shoulders. It is useful to be able to ride with your head looking back and still ride the track. It is a skill that most pros know. Like myself. Jared's still looking back, Matt's still weaving. May just have gone under walking pace there. But of course this is commissaire discretion. They're still moving. Matt's still weaving around the track. Jared's gone up to the top. They both have good jumps. They both have been trained by Carl and still are. Power jumps are looking good by them. Been doing a bit of work with the motorbike as well.
Did you win it?
Yeah. Set up a bit too early.
Matt taking the inside.
Hang on a second.
Jared not minding, sitting on his hip up the top of the track. Jared gone on the inside too. Matt didn't close the door. He let the door open for him. Still a very slow race at the moment with the bell.
Come on.
They're still following each other. Matt not committing to a sprint just yet. Matt's taking a jump. Jared's taking a jump. This is going to be a close one. This. Matt just in front in the back straight. Jared's still in the sprinter's lane. Matt's not allowed to come down. Jared's still got it. Still got the sprinter's lane. Matt's trying hard. Jared's coming in. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be the throw. And shove at the start. Ryan straight up to the fence, shoving Neil into the fence. Neil getting quite acquainted with this fence. As we know, he has a dint named after him in the fence. Ryan's giving him as minimal gap as possible. Neil's a big boy. Ryan has a big jump. Neil has lots of top end speed. Ryan on paper is just slower than Neil. But Ryan is very talented and knowledgeable in the sprint game. They're coming down the front straight with 1 lap to go. Ryan's still holding him up there. Neil not sure what to do. Ryan's still looking, Neil's still looking. Ryan's jumped. Neil's done a seated effort. Ryan's out of the seat. He's just entered the sprinter's lane. Sitting just on top of the red line. Neil's having a crack. Ryan out of the sprinter's lane. Both down straight on Leo's wheel. Both have had a big day today in the draw that they have had.
Go, James.
James in front, taking the lead. James likes to lead from the front as he has a good jump. But he is not a one-trick pony. Liao just sitting on James's wheel. James having a look over his left shoulder. James has had a crack. Liao's responded a little. They've come in front straight with 1 lap to go. James is still accelerating. Liao's holding on. James has passed the 200 metre line. Liao's running at him, which is what Carl's been teaching him at the Friday night disc. James is looking good still. Liao could get the run down from the front straight, but he doesn't. James has got to be done because we don't know yet. David and Nick on the track currently.
Come on, Nick.
David sitting behind, Nick watching. David goes up to the top of the tracks. Nick's still looking over the left-hand side of the shoulder, as he knows David can't really come over the top of him. Nick giving a little gap. David weaving around. Nick trying to see where he is. David is a very crafty rider with the bike. Can handle it well. We'll see what he does. Straight to the top. Nick makes him an acquaintance with the fence.
Come on, Nick.
Come on, David.
Nick still looking and gives him a little hook and drops down to the sprinter's lane. David responds very, very quickly. Out of the seat for both of them. David in the seat. They're coming around the bend. Past Macca's sign. Coming into the front straight. Nick's still got the front. And Nick. So anything could be